Hello, welcome back. I'm Tonya from Tonya's Witchy Kitchen, and how are you doing today? I'm not too bad. Not too bad. We have 5 children, okay? And they range from in their upper 20s down to my youngest is now 13. And it is so sad when they grow up and they hit milestones and, it just, it's so hard as a parent, even though like, you are preparing them to just, lift their wings and fly. I want to be the one to tie the string on their feet and keep them here, for a while, because it's just too fast. It goes too fast. So our middle son turned 16 in last month, in February. And he had got his driver's license last fall. Okay. And yeah, you can't just go get it anymore, like when you're 14 and you live and you work on a farm, or parents' farm. I mean, he's been driving the tractor and raking hay and baling hay and doing all the things for the last couple of years, but to drive on to drive a vehicle on the county roads, or even, well, probably he took section lines. He wasn't on the county road, okay? But it's just, so he finally got his driver's license. Yeah. And he's been in the ditch more times than any of my other children have this winter. And we've had a doozy of a winter, right? Like, it's been hellacious. We have had snow and snow and snow. And I think my dad is just laughing at us. Yeah. But, yeah, in the ditch. It's like, it never fails to amaze me. Like the other day, they stayed home because the weather was super bad, and then they got to go to school. And I told him, I said, take it easy. The road is icy. And it wasn't 5 minutes, and he's calling saying, yeah, I slid through that stop sign, the one. And he says, I'm stuck. Here's the thing. He's got the dually pickup, right? So all we had was, and it was super cold, so starting the tractor would have taken, a half an hour at least. So we had the Suburban and my son's little half-ton pickup, okay? His skeet rodeo pickup. And, so it's like, well, crap. So my son's like, I'll go try and get him out. And I'm like, well, how buried are you? And he's like, not bad. Maybe half the pickup, Oh, child of mine, come on, but looking back, he didn't have a lot of driving experience when he had his permit. He didn't like to drive a lot, and with a new vehicle, I didn't want him driving mine, so if he was with his dad, he would, drive then. But it's like, boy, come on. These kids don't know how to drive these days. They don't. And some of it has to do with anti-lock brakes, but when those suckers go off, you either, try and disengage them as fast as you can. He could have tried to, turn, but I don't think he did. I think he just slid straight across that intersection. It's a T, so he just, buried himself in the ditch. But yeah, I don't think they know how to drive. Like, who knows how to drive a stick shift anymore? I mean, my kids were driving stick shifts. I can't remember how old my oldest was, and she was driving this little Nissan pickup that was a stick shift, and it was like, or driving my brother's big dually and hauling hay home, yeah. Oh yeah, that thing was it was geared so low, it was so touchy, but I mean, it's just like, buy a stick shift and nobody's gonna drive off with it, because 3/4 of the population doesn't know how to drive it. Did you ever watch the interviews for Fast and Furious? The one girl she's like, I'm the only one on the set who can drive. That older lady, right? She's like, I'm the only one on the set who can actually drive a stick shift. I'm just like, it's fun. I love them. A manual car. Oh, I had one when I graduated high school, I think. Yeah. And I loved that car. There's just something about being able to, do the shifting yourself, Of course, nowadays people they probably wouldn't want to do it because you can't be on your phone while you're driving a stick. I hate that. Watching people drive by me and they're on their phone, get the hell off. Come on. Drives me nuts. It does. It's a little pet peeve thing. But so the graduate, I was getting on this whole stepping stone thing. So he, got his license. He's doing the thing. And then he got a job. Seriously, actually he has 2 jobs. So he went to the livestock place where my other son works and he got a job there. Well, that's only part-time, very part-time, like, depending, it could be just 1 day a week. Seriously. In the weather lately, it's been no days. But he actually, he's such a shy kid. I could never get him to go into the gas station to get coffee, with my debit card. Like, I'm here, whatever. He wouldn't do it. I could get him to go in there if I give him cash, but not the debit card. I could get my younger son to do that. He'll give me here, I'll go get stuff. He's fine with that. But this one, he's shy. But he's always been a little to the side of everything, watching. He's a watcher. My dad always said he was a little sponge and he just soaked it all in. Analyzed before he did. But yeah, he went and he called around and he got an interview. They weren't even sure if they could hire him because he's only 16, but went and got a job. And I'm just like, oh, he's growing up. Makes me so sad. It's good though. It's good. Spread his wings. Yeah. But anyway, well, I know what we're doing. My hair is what wonky. We are doing the oat and honey unscented beeswax bar. Call it beeswax because there is, 7% beeswax in there. So using beeswax in soap is fine. I used to put like a teaspoon in there just to help with soda ash until I found out there's 2 types of soda ash. We'll discuss that another day. Yeah, so I used to throw a teaspoon in there because I'd be like, well, it helps with I'd put it in the oils, okay, and melt it. But, sometimes they say melt it and then put it in a trace. I didn't see a difference, so I quit using it because it was that extra expense in the soap, right? I can add some other additives and discuss. But 7% beeswax, you have to put it in the lye calculator and calculate it with the oils because it is such a high percentage. Yeah. No, but yeah, so we're soaping high over 160 degrees with lye water and over 160 degrees with the oils and beeswax because I'll tell you why in the video. 3 things. Dream big. Be true to you. You are worth it. Let's go check out this beeswax soap video. To the oat and honey soap. There is my cocoa butter, shea butter, and my beeswax hearts. And this is where the oils, other oils too, are all melted, but the beeswax is not. You have to make sure it's melted through. And don't let it get too cool, or else you get the beeswax on the side and it won't incorporate into the soap very well. That's my experience anyway. Okay? So, I'm adding kaolin clay to my oils. I don't know why I videoed that, because I forgot. That's why. Okay, 176 is my lye water. My oils, 164. You want to be over 160, okay? Because beeswax melts over 157, 150, whatever it is. Okay, and it's going to set up fast. I think, is it 7%? Did I say it was 7% honey? Yeah, beeswax. Sorry, not honey. 7% beeswax. Gotta go check that. This is honey and water and oatmeal. Like ground oatmeal, okay? Watch how it changes the soap because it's so hot. it's going to kind of scorch the honey. Woohoo! Look at that. That's bright orange. Yep. Bright orange. Don't worry about it. It won't stay orange. So, yeah, you got a soap pot. I have not had luck. And I know people say you can add beeswax, at trace. Melt it and add it at trace. But I found this way to work just perfect. 157. It's hot, you guys. It's still hot. Yeah, I don't do a lot with this. I'm sure if you were doing swirls or something really cool, you might want to find a different technique than this one. Obviously. Could you do it cool? Probably. You probably could add it. I mean, maybe it would make a difference if you added it at a trace, but at 7%, you have to put it in the lye calculator. I mean, I guess you could superfat I don't think you can superfat with wax, guys. I don't know. I guess that's a question for another day. But this is my bubble wrap. Whoever thought of this, genius. It's about 1.5 inches, half my mold. And then I'm going to play with the fork for a while because I could not get it. I should have just left it right there. Boom. Should have left it, but I was like, oh no, there's this stuff. Oh, this isn't. Oh. It's like, girl, do you have to mess everything up? But it's fine. I'm just making tracks or definitions on there so that I can put my lavender flowers in whole. Very similar to lavender flowers. Make sure you put enough on because you always lose, like 10% of them for sure. If you don't push them in, you're going to lose a lot more. But just, hopefully those ridges I made and stuff like that will keep it there. Now, I sprayed the top. It is going to sit on the counter. You can put this in the fridge or the freezer, and I'll show you why you might want to. Because within 20 minutes, that was happening. That is a soap volcano starting. And, it split the soap. Just boom, like that. So I stuck it in the freezer. See? Look at that thing. Isn't that crazy? Look how white it is. It's beautiful. It went in the freezer for about 30 minutes, and then I took it out and left it on the counter. Okay? But look how that heated up. Look at that. It's like, dang. Dang, dang, dang. And then cutting it, I mean, there's not much to this. Make sure your flower buds are on the bottom. See, my lavender is on the bottom. Because, you can see I streaked it right there. They'll catch the wire, and you'll have very definite ridges in your soap that you have to, if you choose to, smooth out. This is a great bar, lightly exfoliating because of the oatmeal. It sells pretty well at the little store I'm at. I think it's because it's unscented too, because not everybody likes scented soap. Oops. That was not even, girl. But it's just this beautiful honey color. See that? That got hot. Yeah, but I mean, for me, and does beeswax do anything in soap? I don't know. Some people say no. They say no, it's just label appeal. And I'm just like, but beeswax has so many different properties, it has to do something. Makes a nice hard bar, I mean, but it didn't seem hard. Yeah, it was stiffer than some. Yeah. But I mean, it heated up, But anyways, there you have it. The oat and honey unscented bar. I hope you have a good time. Thank you for stopping by. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.